market update. We do this market update every single seminar. Some of the numbers that I want people to key in on is that we're seeing the sales volume start to tick up a little bit again. Every month for the last 6 months, the sales in 2025 compared to 2024 have been down anywhere from 10 to 15%. What we're seeing so far in the first third of August is we're just about flat for sales. So that's a good sign, seeing that our market is starting to pick up a little bit. Maybe people are getting used to the way the real estate market is going right now. They're getting used to this threat of tariffs and all that kind of nonsense going on. Another number we're looking at too is on the bottom right there is the average price. You can see that we're in the negative for the month of August. Year to date, we're at about 5% increase. And last month, July 2025 over July 2024 was only 1.72%. You can see so far we're down 0.41%, basically flat. But even Calgary is slowing down on the price increases. Now, we may go into the negative in these increases for the last 5 months of the year. You never know, but it all depends on how things are doing around the world economically. It's just a strange situation.
And I'll just share a quick story on how that translates when you're selling a property in this market. I know we sold a property just recently in Copperfield, and the couple that own it, they bought it 2 years ago for $580,000. And he's a brewmaster in like Diamond Valley or something, right, Nick? And so Nick got an awesome job at a brewery in Muskoka. And I could tell you, I would take Muskoka over Diamond Valley for the folks down in Diamond Valley. I'm sure it's nice down there, but that's where he's heading. So they needed to sell. And we had an offer come in and we actually sold the property at 610. They were happy. They break even. They're moving on. They would put some money in their pocket because they had a lot of money tied up into the property, and then they had the mortgage paid down over time. But the point I'm getting at where the market's at is the buying realtor came back in the last minute. He wanted money off. He wanted like $3,000 off. And you just don't do this, okay? This is bad real estate. I'm gonna just put it out there. And so he gave us kind of no warning, and it was the expectations he wanted. There was a little bit of hail damage on the gutters and the downspouts, and he wanted all that fixed up, and there's no way we're going to do that, right? So working with realtors that have been in the game forever can call the nonsense, okay? And he wanted something. He started off with like the $4,000 he wanted off, and the sellers were actually thinking, we don't want to lose this sale, they're moving, and they would have budged, right? And if they didn't work with experienced realtors, I could have seen this just being thrown in, the white towel thrown in, and we kind of just held firm and didn't bring anything to the table in regards to that, and sold it for the 610 that was initially offered. So we need to stress that. And then on the flip side of that, I guess, is buyers, they can't take advantage of this situation, but the buyers do have a little bit more power because the sellers right now, they're in a pinch where they gotta sell sometimes,
Yeah. And I think we haven't seen for quite some time where you're actually the normal amount of days on the market, right? Where you actually are 30 or 40 days on the market. So I think that some sellers still have the expectation of previous.
Yeah, and that's reflected in the bottom line there, the days on market. You can see days are up 42% over last year. That is part and parcel, sellers expecting to get that quick sale with a high price. Well, you have to price it right in this market. And you just went through a sale where you listed something and it sold quickly. Can you tell us what's that a reflection of the price it was listed at?
Well, it hasn't quite sold yet. We've been on the market 3 hours. It was priced perfectly.
Okay.
But in an area where there's not much inventory, where things aren't coming up often. So
there are portions of the market in Calgary that you're still getting the fast sales. But in general, sellers have to wait a longer period of time before they sell their home. So just expect that if you're in the market to sell a home. And for the buyers out there, you are starting to get a little bit more choice because inventory is up. So we're starting to see more balance in the market. And as the year goes on, we'll update you every couple of weeks just to show you how things are going.
Yeah, one last point with this market update on the condo market and townhouse market. We have been pricing aggressively, like super aggressive. But what we've had to do with all 3 listings this week is tell our clients, look, our crude leasing division, after 3 weeks or 4 weeks or not even 2 weeks, if we're not getting a showing, we will throw it on the leasing sites to get it leased at the same time it's on for sale. So we're actually giving our investors, one of them was Tyro, our lawyer, that a lot of you guys know. He was offloading a condo downtown here, and we had it listed. We priced it just where it should be, and we didn't get the price we wanted. So we put it on Rent Faster, and we've got a family in there now signing a year lease. So he has that flexibility now to hold on to it for a year and not sell it and take a lower price. That is our crew market update for August 2025. Once again, subscribe to Crew TV to see future market updates.
Yeah, so the next part of our market update usually is our mortgage market update with Danielle DeMarco. She's sipping margaritas on a beach somewhere, so she won't be able to give that update. Danielle, if you're watching, show up the next couple of weeks because we need a mortgage market update. Anyways, Danielle does specialize in real estate investment mortgages. So if you need a refinance or a new mortgage, or you're having a new purchase and you want a really, really experienced mortgage broker, take Danielle's contact info down and give her a shout.